Hello and welcome to another episode of today's GK. I am Pooja Dwivedi, and in this segment we bring to you objective questions on a daily basis to help you crack prelims. Let's begin with the practice question of the last segment. With reference to the electoral bonds, consider the following statements. It is a financial instrument for making donations to political parties. RBI is authorized to issue and encash these bonds. We have to select the correct statement. First statement is correct. Second is not correct because it should be State Bank of India which is authorized to issue and encash these bonds. Option A is the correct answer. Electoral bond is a financial instrument for making donations to political parties. The bonds are issued in multiples of 1,000, 10,000, lakh, 10 lakh and 1 crore without any maximum limit. And SBI is authorized to issue and encash these bonds. They are valid for 15 days from the date of issuance. Consider the following statements. India has got 101st position in the Global Hunger Index of 2021. The Global Hunger Index is published by UNDP. We have to select the correct statement. First is correct, second is not. Option A is going to be the correct answer. Let's know why. Now recently the Union government informed the Supreme Court that no starvation death has been reported by any state or union territory in recent years. GHI annual report jointly published by Concern Worldwide and World Hunger Life. It was first produced in 2006 and is published every October. The 2021 edition marks the 16th edition of the GHI. Aim is to comprehensively measure and track hunger at the global, regional and country levels. Calculation has been done on 4 bases: for undernourishment, share of the population with insufficient caloric intake; child wasting, that is, share of children under the age of 5 who have low weight for their height, reflecting acute undernutrition; and child stunting, share of children under the age of 5 who have low height for their age, reflecting chronic undernutrition. Child mortality is the mortality rate of children under the age of 5. India has slipped to 101st position in the Global Hunger Index of 2021 of 116 countries from its 2020 position of 94. Consider the following statements regarding International Telecommunication Union. It became the 15th specialized agency of the United Nations. It is based in Geneva, Switzerland. We have to select the correct statement. Now, first statement is not correct, but second is correct. Option B is the correct answer. Recently, India got elected as a member of ITU Council for another 4-year term from 2019 to 2022. India has remained a regular member since 1952. International Telecommunication Union is the United Nations Specialized Agency for Information and Communication Technologies. It is the oldest among all the 15 specialized agencies of the UN. Based in Geneva, Switzerland, it is also a member of the UNDG and has 12 regional and area offices in the world. Its membership includes 193 member states and around 800 public and private sector companies and academic institutions, as well as international and regional telecommunication entities. With reference to the government borrowings, consider the following statements. 7th schedule of the Indian Constitution gives powers of raising foreign loans to both centre and state. State governments need to obtain the consent of the centre for raising fresh loans. We have to select the correct statement. First is incorrect, second is correct. Option B is the correct answer. Let's know why. The combined borrowing of the centre and states is likely to be lower in fiscal year 23 according to the Group Chief Economic Advisor at SBI. Borrowing by centre and the states is dealt with in Chapter 2 of Part 12 of the Constitution of India, and that deals with borrowings basically, of course. Article 292 covers borrowings by the central government and 293 covers it by the states. 293 Clause 1. This article provides state legislatures the power by law to enable or limit the state's executive powers of borrowing and giving guarantees. Under Clause 3 and 4 of Article 293, state governments need to obtain the consent of the centre for raising fresh loans in case they are indebted to the latter, and such consent may be granted subject to conditions. Entry 37 of List 1 of the 7th Schedule of the Constitution gives powers of raising foreign loans only to the centre. Thus, KIIFB borrowings are in violation of the Constitution and encroachment on the powers of the centre. Consider the following statements regarding Miss Kerala. It is found only in the state of Kerala and hence the name. It has been listed on the IUCN Red List as vulnerable. So we have to select the correct statement. First statement is not correct and also not the second one. So the correct answer should be option D. Let's know why. A section of aquarists and ornamental fish breeders are surprised that the Denison barb, which is also known as Miss Kerala, has been included in Schedule 1 of the Wildlife Protection Amendment Bill of 2021. It is found in the states of Kerala and Karnataka both. So first is incorrect. And it has been listed on the IUCN Red List as endangered in 2010. The species is known to inhabit fast-flowing hill streams and is often found in rocky pools with thick vegetation along river banks. With reference to 5G, consider the following statements. It uses a millimeter wave spectrum. It uses upgraded LTE. It provides speeds up to 20 Gbps. We have to select the correct statement. All of them are correct. Option D is the correct answer. Now, after the rollout of the 5G wireless networks in the US, India has cancelled 8 Air Indian flights to and from the US. And if we talk about the features of 5G technology, millimeter wave spectrum, the 5G networks will operate in the millimeter wave spectrum 30 to 300 gigahertz, which have the advantage of sending large amount of data at very high speeds because the frequency is so high, it experiences little interference from surrounding signal. 5G is the latest upgrade in the long-term evolution mobile broadband networks. Internet speed in the high band spectrum of 5G. Internet speeds have been tested to be as high as 20 Gbps as compared to the maximum internet data speed of 4G recorded at 1 Gbps. 5G network speed should have a peak data rate of 2 GB per second for the downlink and 10 GB per second for the uplink. Consider the following statements with respect to Mauritius. It is on the southeast of the island of Madagascar with Réunion Island between them. It is a group of 4 islands. The capital and largest city, Port Louis, is located in the island of Agalega. So we have to select the correct statement. First statement is not correct. Second is correct. Third statement is also not correct. So option D is going to be the correct answer. Let's know why. Now, because Prime Minister of India and his Mauritius counterpart Pravind Kumar Jagannath jointly inaugurated the India Assisted Social Housing Units project in Mauritius recently. Mauritius is an island in the Indian Ocean, about 2,000 kilometers off the southeast coast of the African continent, and it is not southeast but east of Madagascar. The Réunion Island is between them. It includes the main islands. Main island is Mauritius, along with Rodrigues, Agalega and St. Brendan. The capital and largest city, Port Louis, is located in Mauritius, where most of the population is concentrated, as we can see the location of Mauritius. Moving on. With reference to Organization of Islamic Cooperation. Consider the following statements. It is the second largest intergovernmental organization after the United Nations. India is not a member but has an observer status in OIC. We have to select the correct statement. First is correct, second is not. Let's know why. Organization of Islamic Cooperation is the second largest intergovernmental organization after the United Nations with a membership of 57 states. It is a collective voice of the Muslim world. It endeavors to safeguard and protect the interests of Muslim world in the spirit of promoting international peace and harmony among various people of the world. India is neither a member nor an observer of the OIC. Moving on. The Justice Clock, recently seen in the news, is a digital initiative for judiciary. Has been launched in which of the following states or union territories? The correct answer is option D, Gujarat. Recently, Supreme Court E-Committee Chairperson and Supreme Court Judge Justice D.Y. Chandrachud inaugurated 2 digital services of Gujarat High Court, a Justice Clock and electronic payment of court fee. An LED display of 7 feet by 10 feet was placed at a height of 17 feet from the ground. It has been erected at a busy crossroad near the Gujarat High Court premises. The Justice Clock will exhibit vital statistics of the justice delivery system in Gujarat, to maximize outreach and visibility of the work done by the state judiciary. With respect to the island of Tahiti, consider the following statements. It is situated in the central South Pacific Ocean. Papeete, on Tahiti's northwestern coast, is the capital and administrative center of French Polynesia. We have to select the correct statement. Both are correct. Option C is going to be the correct answer. Now, deep in the South Pacific, scientists have explored a rare stretch of pristine corals shaped like roses off the coast of Tahiti. The reef is thought to be one of the largest found at such depths and seems untouched by climate change or human activities. Tahiti, which is the largest island of the Îles du Vent, Windward Islands of the Society Islands, French Polynesia, in the central South Pacific Ocean. Its nearest neighbor is Murray in the northwest, and the islands of Tahiti consists of two ancient eroded volcanic cones, Tahiti Nui and Tahiti Iti, connected by the narrow isthmus of Taravao. Papeete, on Tahiti's northwestern coast, is the capital and administrative center of French Polynesia. As you can see, it lies on the left of international dateline. Moving on, consider the following statements. The first backward class commission, known as Kaka Kalelkar Commission, was set up only in the year 1989. The State of Madras versus Srimati the Champakam Durai Rajan case is related to the other backward classes quota. We have to select the correct statement. Option first is incorrect. The statement first is incorrect. Second is correct. Let's know why. Option B is the correct answer. Recently, the Supreme Court upheld the constitutional validity of quotas for other backward classes candidates in National Eligibility cum Entrance Test, that is NEET. The first backward classes commission, known as Kaka Kalelkar Commission, was set up on January 29, 1953 by a presidential order under Article 340 of the Constitution of India. The Commission submitted its report on March 30, 1955, recommending that factors such as traditional occupation and profession, percentage of literacy and general education advancement, estimated population and distribution throughout the area would count. In State of Madras versus Srimati Champakam Durai Rajan, a government order issued by the State of Madras which apportioned seats in engineering and medical colleges on the basis of one's caste was challenged before the Supreme Court. I'm so sorry for the mistake in the name of Srimati Champakam Durai Rajan. It should be in M in place of N, which is at the last of the name Champakam. Moving on. Let's look at the practice question for the next segment. The potential for interference between 5G signals and the radio altimeters long used by pilots has divided the telecom and aviation industries. With regard to altimeters, consider the following statements. The altimeter was patented by Lloyd Espenshade. It was developed in the late 1930s. A malfunctioning altimeter could prompt a plane's computers to warn pilots about phantom obstacles. We have to select the statement which is or are not correct. So that's it for today. Tomorrow we shall meet again with another segment. Until then, stay updated and thank you so much for watching.